Welcome to Explain the Charts, your definitive guide to understanding market movements. Today, August 11th, 2025, we're putting BTCUSD under the microscope, combining recent news with comprehensive chart analysis to uncover Bitcoin's true intentions. Recent Google searches paint an exciting picture, with A-Invest reporting Bitcoin nearing an astounding $120,000, signaling a massive $18 billion in short liquidations looming overhead. This suggests significant market pressure and potential for a squeeze. Interestingly, while Bitcoin's implied volatility is subdued at 30%, Ethereum's has surged to 70%, which often points to broader bullish sentiment in the altcoin market that can spill over into Bitcoin. Yahoo Finance highlights that crypto enthusiasts are eagerly watching if Bitcoin can surpass its previous record high of $109,135 set earlier this year. Kraken's price prediction tool, with its default 5% annual growth, projects Bitcoin at around £90,893 sterling by the end of 2025, which translates to roughly $113,600 given current exchange rates. By 2030, their projection is around £113,398 sterling, or approximately $141,750, underscoring a long-term bullish outlook from some platforms. Now, let's turn our attention to the charts to see how this news correlates with real price action. We're currently looking at the BTCUSD one-day chart, encompassing a broad view from March 2024 to present. The overall trend on this daily time frame has been undeniably bullish since late 2024, showing a consistent climb from the $60,000 range to current levels. Notice the significant price surge in November 2024, with candles showing impressive gains and high volume, pushing Bitcoin well past $90,000. The candles around December 2024 and January 2025 illustrate Bitcoin breaking through and consolidating above the critical $100,000 psychological barrier. This level now acts as a strong foundational support. More recently, in July 2025, we saw a powerful push towards the $120,000 mark. Specifically, on July 14, 2025, Bitcoin hit a high of $123,231.07, validating the news about nearing $120,000 and suggesting initial short liquidations may have fueled that spike. Following that peak, Bitcoin experienced a slight retracement, which is natural after such a strong upward move, finding support around the $117,000 to $118,000 region. Let's zoom into the one-hour chart to observe recent short-term price dynamics and volatility. Here on the one-hour chart, focusing from July 21st to July 22nd, 2025, we can clearly see the approach to $120,000. The candles on July 22nd, 2025, show a high of $120,300, confirming the level mentioned in the news. This short-term resistance around $120,000 is evident, with the price pulling back after touching it. We can identify immediate support for Bitcoin holding around the $118,000 to $119,000 range in the hourly view. Now, let's narrow our focus even further to the 15-minute chart, examining the last few days' trading, specifically from August 5th to August 10th. On this granular view, we see a period of tight consolidation between roughly $113,000 and $117,000 in early August. However, a significant upward thrust occurred on August 10th, where Bitcoin rallied sharply from the $116,000 to nearly $119,300 in just a few hours. This swift movement could very well be attributed to some of those short liquidations mentioned in the news, forcing buyers into the market. Volume during these recent bursts on the 15-minute chart, while notable, is comparatively lower than the large daily moves, suggesting less conviction than previous major breakouts. This higher resolution allows us to pinpoint immediate intraday resistance at approximately $119,300 and strong support at $118,000. Considering both fundamental and technical factors, here are reasons to be bullish or bearish on BTCUSD. Reasons to be bullish include the strong overall long-term uptrend visible on the daily chart, Bitcoin's ability to consistently break and hold above major psychological levels like $100,000 and $109,135. The news suggesting a potential move to $120,000 and beyond, coupled with ongoing institutional interest, further bolsters the bullish case. The broader crypto market sentiment, hinted at by Ethereum's high implied volatility, can also support Bitcoin's ascent. On the bearish side, the recent rejection from the $123,000 high and subsequent retracement indicate a strong resistance zone that needs to be decisively overcome. The narrative around short liquidations means the current price action might be more driven by forced buying than organic demand, which could lead to a swift reversal once those positions are cleared. Furthermore, lower volumes during some consolidation periods on smaller timeframes might suggest a lack of robust buyer conviction at these elevated prices. For short-term trading, watch the $117,000 to $119,500 range very closely. A clear break above $120,000 with strong volume would be a bullish signal for further upside, targeting areas previously uncharted. Conversely, a sustained drop below $117,000 could lead to a test of $115,000 or even $110,000. Long-term, Bitcoin remains in a strong uptrend, but traders should monitor for macroeconomic factors, regulatory news like potential future ETF developments, and shifts in overall market liquidity. To recap, key price levels for BTCUSD are current resistance at $119,000 to $120,000, and particularly the all-time high set on July 14th at $123,231. Immediate support levels are around $117,000, then deeper support at $115,000 and the critical $109,135 to $110,000 zone, representing previous highs. Our unbiased prediction for a breakout above $120,000 and a push towards $125,000 to $130,000 is moderately likely, possibly 60% probability. This would be reinforced by sustained high trading volume during the breakout, continued positive news, and a lack of significant selling pressure at these new highs. However, a retracement to the $110,000 to $115,000 range is also moderately likely, perhaps 40% probability, especially if the $117,000 support fails. This scenario would be reinforced by a sudden influx of selling volume, negative regulatory news, or a broader market downturn. Always look for confirming volume on any significant price move, both up and down, and pay close attention to news catalysts, as they can heavily influence Bitcoin's direction. Thank you for watching Explain the Charts, and happy trading!